23rd.
No, we start school back on what today's the first, so happy September.
Happy
Um,
September.
we go
Yeah.
back on the third, the Tuesday, because tomorrow is Labor Day. So, hello everyone, happy Labor Day weekend. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching our Go Lives and supporting us so much and encouraging us. Those of you who will be watching the replay later on, much gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you, sir, for being here on this beautiful Sunday. It looks little bit windy from what I can see, but it looks pretty nice.
Yes, it is a little windy. Let me see if I. Oh, okay. Um, it was amazing. In the morning, it was so sunny and kind of warm. No wind, no. Um, you could hear the birds,
Oh,
and then all of a sudden, that's Canada. All of a sudden, start the wind a little, and I said, well, if it's the wind, I was planning to come outside, and all of a sudden, the whole sky covered in clouds, and I look at the weather. It says 40% chances for rain showers. I said I took a shower in the morning, so I don't need a shower. Let's manifest a little window, 30 minutes window, so I can have the tranquilness to this life. And right now it's a little windy, but it's nice. It's sunny. If you cannot hear me because of the wind, let me know when I go inside.
yeah, no, no,
I
no.
think it's
It's perfect. I can hear you very, very clearly.
good. So,
Here
how are you
we
doing?
are, September. Can't believe September and school is starting, guys. I don't know about your little ones, but my little one is a big one now.
Yeah.
Starting high school. She will be starting high school. I am not ready, but apparently she is
Oh,
ready. So we are completely supporting her, encouraging her. I will be
big step.
starting, yes, yes, I will be starting my 21st year of, you know, work or working in the school system.
Teaching, because
So,
you do teach the little kids how to grow up, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Is
And
she coming back and forth to from school, or she stay in the campus?
my daughter, no, high school is right around the corner. It's about,
Oh,
2 miles from the house. So even though she would love to stay away from home and do high school, in another country, but that's a whole nother topic for a different day.
the high school for kids, and I remember when I the first day that I went to high school, it's a huge milestone.
Yeah.
It's actually because it changes the mentality, the personality from little student go to school. Well, we go, like a duck through the water, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you have a lot of responsibilities and everything is harder and whatever. So let me tell you a little story. I'm sorry to keep you that, but
No.
when I did my high school 100 kilometers away from my home, and I had to stay in the campus in a dorm with another seven people, seven guys,
Wow.
and my parents dropped me off. We went there, we booked the rooms and everything else, and then on the day that school started, they dropped me off and they let me there. So I cried a week
Oh,
because I, I was not used to
yeah,
be away with the strangers, and I was a kid, dude.
yeah.
What do I know,
It,
right?
you're only either 13, 14, 15 tops, it's a
Yeah,
really tender age to be away from family and your parents, Wow.
Exactly, and can be a shock for if you don't take it, you have to get used to give time to um, I don't know, immerse in a different environment, right? And
Yeah.
that's why we're talking today about law of attraction and power of meditation, because that helps us to immerse in a different higher environment that physical environment. So, but let's start with our exercise, right?
Yes. All right. Shoulder rolls.
Ah, I need a lot of
All the
exercise.
nooks and crannies. Oh, it's all cracking today, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Neck rolls. Again, go at your own pace. And I definitely prefer the seating position and eyes closed. And if you've been watching us, we always talk about, if you keep your eyes open, make sure you try to keep your eyes at an eye level, focus on something at eye level. Otherwise, try to close your eyes and just focus on your breathing. So let's take a deep breath in from the nose. And let's take that breath and bring our awareness to our feet. We're just bringing awareness to our feet. And then we're bringing it up to our legs. We're going to move it up to our legs. Just bringing awareness. And then bring it up to our stomach. Bring your attention, your awareness to your stomach. And then to your chest. Then to your throat. And then breathe out. Let's try that again. Take a deep breath in. Bring our attention to our feet, our legs. Move it to the stomach area, to your chest, then to your throat, and slowly breathe out. Let's inhale again. Bring awareness to our feet, our legs, our stomach, our chest, and then our throat. And breathe out. You may open your eyes slowly. And we're going to breathe in one more time. We're just going to breathe in. And breathe out. I do have a question after this. Thank you all for participating. Really appreciate it. If you made it up to this part, do comment and share if the thought or your awareness, did it go to your brain, to what we always take it, because I always take the breathing up to our brain, our frontal lobe. I always say that. Today I did not mention that. Today we just covered the body parts. I like to know, did it go there? Did it stop? What happened? I am just curious to know. Um, and I will share my thoughts what happened when I tried this exercise. What happened with you, sir? Did it
Thank you.
take
Thank you
you?
for it is amazing, and um, this is a progressive relaxation, and I do it a lot of times, and it is so helpful when you, for example, start meditating. And you, this is a very good question. Now, this is a guided style
Meditation.
of meditation,
Correct.
right? And it's a guided relaxation.
Yeah.
And for me, it stopped there. And the first time, I wondered, why does she not continue to the forehead? Because that's where, the body ends first. Second, that's the ultimate goal, to
Yeah.
have the relaxation of the mind, not only on the body. But this is a very good point. And it depends on the individual. It depends. We are all unique, and sometimes your mind, it just goes, um, takes a step forward, and regardless if you guide it or not, you will
Excuse
go
me.
and you'll feel the relaxation up to the forehead. Now, let me tell you a little story. I was probably before before going to high school. I don't know, about 12 or something, and I, for some reason, I was looking for a book to read, and we had a huge, kind of a shelf full of books and everything else, and in one section, it was my mother's cooking books, and I went there and said, oh no, I cannot read a cooking book, but I saw a little booklet right at the end of the section. I said, I'm wondering what is that, and it was a book that I can vision right now.
Uh-huh.
It says relaxation for everybody, and I opened it, and it was a lot of stories about, for example, I still remember, it was an Indian guy called Satyamurti. I don't know if you pronounce that or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he buried, everything was controlled and monitored by medical professionals. He was buried in the ground and stayed there for, I don't know, 5 days, a week, and he controlled his breathing, his metabolism, his. And I was so, for a kid, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We play with the ball outside and
Yeah.
with the soccer. And then it was an exercise how to relax. And it's exactly how you did it today. And also, the next part, I think, was, to feel that your body is heavier, and also to feel the blood going to extremities, to your feet and your palms. And I remember I tried that. I just went to my room. I turned off the lights, and I tried to see how, because they said that you can see
Yes.
the how your hands turn red. And I was so amazed because I was a pale guy, right? Not that fat and heavy right now. I was a little kid, and I saw my palms red, and I said, "Wow, how powerful is that?" And that was probably my introduction, without knowing, in all the, I don't know, the art of meditation, of manifesting, of, everything else, that it was a different domain, different world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And much later, I started reading and listening, and it is so powerful. And I think we already talked about this. I think this should be taught in school.
Oh my God, yes.
You know, it's not like let's have some fun and let's
Yeah.
meditate or whatever, but as a science, because it is a science, how to manifest everything in your life. The same as financing, math, physics, mechanics, and everything else. It is a science, and we don't. I don't know why. It's we expect to discover ourselves. It
Yeah,
is good.
but when you know, just like when you are expected to learn 2 + 2 = 4, not everybody knows that. You're taught that. So why is it that this life has been given to us? We need gurus, we need teachers to teach us, right? So this is a life that we are meant to live. Why aren't teachers, gurus? I mean, yes, when you try to find yourself, who you are, who am I, why am I here on this earth, what is the purpose of this life, what am I here to do? But one has to have that, but sometimes not, I mean, not everyone has that, right? So people need the direction, people need to be guided, people need to be just like this guided meditation. When you follow that, you actually truly feel relaxed and you become more aware and you're just focusing on the breathing itself. So yes, absolutely, it should be taught in school. It's a huge it's a big life lesson, right? Just like everything else, when you're talking about math and science and history, this should be part of it. I mean, I see it slowly being incorporated with like yoga and stuff, but still meditation in different countries, it's huge. It's like when I used to live in India, when I was growing up, you know, every day in the morning we did yoga, and with yoga we did meditation, but I didn't realize that that's what it was, that it was meditation. We practiced saying om, and I think we did once or twice last week, and and you just did it. But, you're a kid, you're doing it. It's like, okay, it's part of it. You get great in, but you know what? All those things kind of come back, and look, it's like a full circle.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm coming back to it because this was my origin. This is where I kind of started, and I kind of went around and away from it, and now it's bringing me back.
I think it's more like a spiral because we rediscover and rediscover and rediscover
Yeah.
over and over again, and we have different perspective depending on the age, depending on the maturity of mind, and we realize that it's actually, I know when you're a kid you are you are participating willingly or willingness,
Right.
you want or not, you have to participate. It's like a ritual. You're
Yep.
going to the church and you have to stay there and listen to the priest and listen to the preacher.
Yeah.
But in time, you realize that it comes back and it says, whoa, that was something else that I supposed to understand and, take from it. Now, the first time that the philosophy was introduced to me in school, I think it was um, in high school, I think the second year. And the definition of philosophy was it is the based science for all the other sciences, because all the other exact sciences and non-exact, they have at the base the philosophy of everything. And I think the meditation and manifesting the law of attraction is the base of everything else.
Yeah.
It applies in any aspect of our lives. You know, regardless if it's a private or it's a job,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a community, it's everything else. Any step, every moment in our lives, apply that. And we are saying over and over again, regardless if you want it or not, it does work and it's there.
Yeah.
So you might as well apply it because that's how we supposed to do it. Now, I self-taught about uh, Taoism and about Zen and about Lao Tzu teachings and all of this, and I didn't know, and I was so surprised um, about all of this art of living. You know,
Yes.
art of living at a higher level,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
learned history, Roman history, and ancestor history, and everything else, but it wasn't too much until I was introduced to the other part of the world, I would say,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
And it's so amazing, and I I'm so grateful. First, second, I'm so sorry that I was not introduced in when I went to high school. You know, in grade 9,
Yeah.
somebody should have um, uh, wait for me at the gates and said, "Hey, besides the math and everything else that the teachers they teach you, be aware of this." Now you said about the teachers and everything. In our business, we have mentors, we have
Yes.
coaches, and mentoring somebody. It's so I think so much. I would say important than being a teacher. A teacher comes and presents their curriculum and they go home. But a mentor is with you 24/7,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's a great feeling of knowing that there is somebody there to support you. Obviously, we have parents, we have siblings and everything else, but it's not that relationship of higher spiritual level than when you have a mentor because you can rely on a different level on somebody.
Yeah. But I guess, thinking kind of, when you remove yourself and think of as like the third part, it's like everything happens for a reason, right? Everything, because we always talk about everything so precise, everything is so perfect. So we are meant to talk about this topic today and not, maybe talk about it 10 years ago. I mean, we didn't know each other. We were meant to talk about it together, and through this business, which is, I am beyond, grateful, and I can't stop thanking God for this business that made me, so aware and self aware, and made me self love myself and acceptance, and meet like minded people who, challenge me to step out of my comfort zone and say, like, hey, did you think about this? Hey, did you try it that way, this way? And it's like, oh, wow. Okay. All right. Let me do some digging. Let me do some research. Let me read, and I'm always going to be so grateful. I'm so grateful that I got to meet you. I mean, we never met in person, but I feel so connected to you. So thank you. I just wanted to
it,
say
it
thank you
is.
to you.
Thank you too. It's amazing because, as you said, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And sometimes we force, not sometimes, a lot of times we force
Yes.
things to happen, and they don't happen, and then we get angry
Yeah.
without understanding and be aware that that's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
or that's supposed not to happen,
Right.
and as you said, you don't know what you don't know,
Right.
and that's why we explore so many other things, and we try to, I don't know, go to the different level,
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
grow and grow and learn more and practice, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
But as I don't know who said that, sometimes you um, win, sometimes you learn. There
Right. There's never losing. Yep, absolutely.
there is no such thing a mistake, or I wasted my time. No, no, you didn't. It was just there to happen.
Right, right. You were meant to learn something from it. It's instead of asking why this is happening, you say, how come this is happening to me? What am I supposed to learn from this?
Yeah.
And as humans, I'll talk about myself. I get stuck in that sometimes. Why? And then I go down in that spiral, and then I catch myself, and then I get so mad at myself for not catching it early on and just letting it spiral. It's like, come on, Uma. It's like, get a grip, get a hold. It's like we're done that. We've passed that. We gotta, move forward instead of going backwards. But again, having that awareness, no matter, it doesn't matter if it's today to tomorrow, but as long as you bring that awareness. And how can we do that? I think with meditation. And I know I talked last week about the word Om, and so Om is spelled AUM.
Oh,
So
really?
so
So it's
it's
not OHM.
No, it's AUM, and it's O So when you put it, it's like
Yeah. It's actually more of
oh.
more of a sound than a word.
Right. So it's a Sanskrit word. It's a universal, like the definition. It's root of all creation. That's what they say. And the sound has no beginning and no ending. It represents everything, and it's a life force. You know, the word a, when you break it down, it's a is the creating force. So we'll go back into a little bit of history of Hinduism. Creating force. So we believe in Lord Brahma, who is the creator, and it connects the ego, the truth. So A in Om equals awake and conscious.
Mhm.
And the letter U is Lord Vishnu. He's the sustaining force. So, passion, activity, it brings lightness, clarity, balance, pure wisdom. And so, as A means awake and conscious, U means dream and subconscious. And then take the last letter M is the destroying force, so which is our Lord Shiva, and he's the purity, he's the truth, he's the light, he brings oneness, bliss. So again, going back to A is awareness and conscious, U is dream and subconscious, so M is deep sleep and unconscious. So when you put them all together as Om, when you recite over and over again, it connects to consciousness. It takes you to transcendental state, the bliss beyond. So it's that blissful state of mind where there's nothingness yet everything is there.
So
If
it's
it
actually,
makes any sense.
yeah, no, no, no. It makes a
It's
lot
a
of
lot
sense.
of information.
It's that connection of the wholeness.
Yes.
A lot of times I hear, oh, you have to think whole. You have to live in a wholeness. I said, okay, what's a whole? What does that mean? It's actually this connects the physical and the spiritual, the
Yeah.
body and the mind and the universe. It's that I don't know, the complete
Yes.
of everything,
Yeah.
right? It, it is so amazing. I didn't know that. See, I learned something today.
Yeah. It's a transcendental state. It's just when we now, if we try to do meditation and take deep breathing, and we always focus, and the gate to from the third eye, it's like we think, and we even going to saying pretend, opening that light and walking through, that is that blissful state. You're walking into the clouds, and there's nothing is there, but yet the satisfaction of everything being there
Yeah,
is there.
nice,
That
beautiful. I
is so
think
pure. That is what we all strive to be there. And that's where, you know a lot of times when we have questions about life and we get stuck somewhere, and so when you meditate and when you chant the word om, and again, that brings focus, right? Because just like we focus on breathing, right? So that way our thoughts are not all over. When you chant Om, so you are focusing on Om. Om. I have no thoughts. I'm focused on saying Om, and it goes through all your seven chakras. So it's a continuation, right? So it clarifies all our seven chakras, and
interesting. It's a
that
connection of
connection that it brings. And then again, by sitting straight, our spinal cord is straight, so it's like a straight connection to the higher power, to the to God, to
I was thinking
energy.
maybe we can do a meditation session explained. Do you think it's possible? Like you meditate, but you explain what you feel, what you have to step by step, and what are the expectations. And I know it doesn't go hand in hand because you're supposed to be focused on something and as less distracted as possible. But I'm thinking, I don't know if it's
Yeah, I
possible.
mean, it's more would be like guided, and then you'd be describing just what one would be.
Feeling, yeah, thinking. I don't know.
Um, I mean, it's when you kind of open up that door, it's kind of a Pandora's box. You never know what you're gonna get, right? Because sometimes when I do the deep breathing, right, and then I'm like, oh, today I'm just here, and it's just going through
Yeah,
the third eye, and we're just hanging out, and we are just elevating, and I'm just floating, and I'm just so happy, and that's where I'm at. So it's like, come join me. We all float together and just be happy and be grateful. Sure, we can try. I cannot guarantee anything. I cannot promise
no, it's not.
anything. We
There's
can
no.
all just be happy.
There are no expectations, and I don't know if that is true in your case or not. But I think every time you meditate, there will not be ever two sessions the same or two. Uh, right? Always you are in a different place, in a different mood, in a different state. You feel differently. You experience differently. So each meditation session, it's a unique
Yeah.
experience, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you never know where you're going to end up, right? Because
Yeah.
when you're just letting go, so you go with the flow. So you're basically just flowing and see where you end up, you know? So you might end up in that blissful state, you might not. You might be in between, but that's okay. But the more you practice, the better you get at, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's answer to all the questions in life.
Exactly.
Is meditation, you know? You
Well,
have a question, you open it up to the universe, and then you meditate on that. And what I hear is that you can clearly get a response or, you know, some sort of direction. So, and we are so over our time. I am just seeing it now, 35:35. Oh boy.
I
Sorry
know.
about that, guys.
I saw the sun and said, "Oh, okay." The sun said, "Hey, you are past 12 now." Good. Oh, it was a pleasure. It was so amazing, and I think we go further and further away in discovering the truth. You know, that truth that we think we know, but we don't
No. Yeah,
until we are there. Thank
true.
you. I really appreciate your time, and thank you everybody and anybody who's watching us. And as Uma will always say, please comment, please share your thoughts, and that's the only way that we can be better and better, right?
Yes, please do. Thank you all so much. Thank you for watching. Much gratitude. Have a very productive and successful September. Lots of
Thank
good
you.
wishes to
Yes,
everyone.
as the first day of September,
Yes.
and happy Labor Day.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.